Hi internet, I'm Kay. This is cringy.
Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know.
Hi internet, I'm Kay, and the weather is back to the British usual cloudy, miserable day, and I'm cold, so I've stayed in my PJs and decided not to socialize so I could film this very video. This video's kind of advice, but kind of not. Mostly confessions. Kind of expectations of what you should expect in year 11, because there are no videos that I thought, oh my god, that person said that and it has happened. Like, people give you general advice that is and isn't relevant, and today I'm gonna make a real video because there is none. Jokes. When you buy your revision books, when you get them, the second you get them, no joke, read them, flick through the pages, like just open the book, because you have bought that book and you need to use that book. Honestly, on a few mornings of some of my exams, totally not science, I was flicking through my revision guide and I started to freak out because there were pages that I didn't read and I didn't know. And I was like, oh my god, what happens if that comes up in my exam? My exam's in like 5 minutes, I can't learn this content. Ah! Don't do that. Don't freak yourself out 5 minutes before your exam. It is not worth it. So, if you have your revision books right now, read them. I cannot stress that enough. Because even just reading the page, you've acknowledged that there is stuff to learn. And eventually you'll learn it. Don't do what I did and ignore the fact that you have chapters that you don't know about. Okay? Find your way to revise and don't compare it to others. Like, what I mean is find your place. Is that in your living room, bedroom, on the toilet? Personally not a favourite. Don't love germs. Time. Are you going to revise in the morning? Are you going to revise during school, like break times and lunch times? Are you going to revise after school? Are you going to revise last minute before you go to bed? I don't suggest the last one because I did that for my chemistry exam. I think it's just science that doesn't like me, so I don't like it. I had a nightmare about chemistry, and my nightmare was I walked into my exam, I was late, I didn't have a pen, and once I got my pen, my entire arm fell off, and so did my leg. Weirdest dream. Me and my science teacher actually googled it up, and it turns out that at the time I was feeling like I didn't have control. Don't revise last minute. Is stupid decision. Don't do it. I just don't. Methods. Are you going to do flashcards? Are you going to do mind maps? Are you going to do another thing? Are you going to play card games? That is relevant. Whatever your attitude is for your mocks before Christmas is going to be your attitude for your real GCSEs, unless you change your attitude. And I learnt this lesson with history. I wasn't a fan of history, and I honestly thought, I have no time for history, I can't revise for history, there's so much content, I'm just gonna overflow. I don't even know. I just generally wasn't feeling history, I wasn't liking it at the time, and when I did my mock, I got an F. So after I opened my results, and I laughed that I got an F. What a great response as a student. After that, I was like, no, seriously, I need to change my attitude, because I know that I want to continue history, and I can't go to college with an F. That is awful. You're doing history, what did you get in your GCSEs? I got an F. I changed my attitude and I started to revise for every bloody thing under the sun in that revision guide. And thank the Lord, I was given such a nice exam. Every question I was asked, I could attempt it, and I was throwing actual relevant knowledge. I'm so thankful for that, because I wasn't completely clueless. I mean, I was a little bit annoyed. All I needed was 15 more minutes and I could have answered the last question. There was one question I missed, and that was the only question I missed out of all my exams. That really annoyed me. And it wasn't because I couldn't attempt it, it was because I didn't have time. So change your attitude if you're not hitting your target grades for a certain subject. Revision isn't everything. Go socialize, don't revise 24/7. It's not necessary, and it's really easy to get into this revision bubble where you're like, oh my god, revision is my life. No. Do spend some time with your family and friends, because they are there if you don't get your grade or not. And they'll love you whether you get your grade or not, hopefully. I'm joking. They will. They will. If you want to succeed in your subjects, your teachers will become your literal best friends. Teachers are there for you to use them. So use them. I wish at the start of year 10 I was like, I need help me now. Instead of me in year 11 going, actually, I do need help, can you help me now? I wish I did it sooner. Also, your teachers are under pressure as well as you. They need to feel secure about you getting your grades, because they get in trouble when you don't hit your grades, because it shows that they're not teaching right, or that teaching isn't that great, or whatever the system is, I don't bloody know. So do tell your teachers how you're feeling. Tell them, just talk to them. Say, hey, I feel good about science, because that makes them feel reassured. Or say, actually, I feel like I can't do this, can you help me? And they'll go, oh my god, yeah, sure. They're there to be used. Bloody use them. I can't push that enough. Friendships and relationships will change because of the stress and pressure we're all put under, and don't expect to be friends with the same people you were to begin with. If that does happen to you, that is amazing. You are the lucky ones that kept their friendship and everything was perfect. Things are gonna break and you're gonna have arguments, you're gonna fall out with people, you're gonna have little petty arguments over silly stuff, all because of pressure from exams. So don't expect your friendships and relationships to stay the exact same, because they won't, and true colours will kind of come out. So don't be surprised if you end up being friends with completely different people you were to begin with at the start of the year. Your friendships will change, and if they don't, then you found your true friends. If they do, then hashtag you're growing up, kiddo. Don't forget to reward yourself. I think that's literally the thing that I always forgot, was actually, I'm gonna give myself a break. I'm gonna watch some Netflix, or I'm gonna go to bed early, or I'm just gonna be normal and breathe. One thing I did do, I still do, I have this jar that I would put cookies, chocolate and just sugary crap inside, and after I finished a flashcard or after I finished a chapter, I would go, well done me, and have a cookie or two. And I think that's how I pushed myself through with certain subjects I didn't enjoy. If you're like me, you pick up on certain phrases people say, and you're gonna develop this love-hate relationship with this phrase, you'll be fine. Anytime that I got wound up or upset, or just I was having an off day, everyone would turn around and say, you'll be fine. And as a student, that was frustrating, because everyone used to tell me the exact same phrase, and in my head I was like, you don't understand, I'm going through and teenage emotions. The thing looking back now is they told me that I'd be fine because I was going to be fine. I'm sat here right now, I'm breathing, I got through my exams, they were right. Now, in reverse, if you're not hearing this phrase, maybe you should start going to revision, or even just show your teachers that you are revising, because if you aren't hearing you'll be fine or some nice supportive comment from your teachers, I don't know whether you are gonna be fine. So just reassure your teachers when you're having a bad day or whatever. Just show them your revision, like show them evidence of what you're doing, because if you don't show up to revision after school or lunchtimes or whatever, they literally think you're not doing any revision. And because generally people that don't turn up to revision club don't do any revision. You'll hear that phrase, you'll be fine, and it really got on my nerves. And even to this day when people say it, I'm like, don't. Think of another phrase, honey. When exam season starts, you will become selfish and your friends will become selfish. Generally everyone becomes selfish, and the good part of it is because you're focused on yourself, you know what you want to get and you know how to revise, and you generally want the best out of yourself. But on the bad side, don't forget to support your friends when they're having a little wobbly moment or they're not feeling okay, because it's awesome to feel like you're fine, but just don't forget your friend may not be feeling the exact same. So definitely support them during exam season. If you feel like you're not getting that from your friends, go to teachers. They're just as much as human as anyone else, because they're not robots. So support your friends, talk about how you feel, and it is okay to be selfish, because at the end of the day you're proving your ability to an examiner that you don't even know. So save stress. Whatever exam you've done, don't discuss it. But then on the other hand, if you feel like the exam hasn't gone great or there was one annoying question, best thing to do is go on Twitter and read your exam hashtag, your exam board hashtag. You'll realise that actually you weren't the only one that was struggling, and also you'll get a few giggles out of what creative people tweet. What will be, will be. You cannot change what you've done in your exams. You can't go back. Whether you wished back in year 10 that you revised more and you were more dedicated to your grades, whatever it is, you can't undo it now. And that is talking to people that have gone through year 11 and people that are going to go through year 11 and have just gone through year 10. Whatever you've done it, you cannot go back. And the only thing you can do is move forward and learn from your mistakes. For year 11 that have just done their year, your examiner could be really nice and be in an awesome mood and give you generous marks, but you could also have an examiner that's having an off day and feels like you don't deserve those marks because of their mood, which is the way it is. And I wish there was a way of changing that, but there isn't. Why don't they just scan it through computers? Like, I don't like it. It's based on a stranger's point of view and their opinion, when everyone has different opinions, everyone has different views. It's not fair. Whatever I get on that piece of paper, whatever you get on that piece of paper, you cannot change it unless you can get it remarked, which is a totally different thing. What I'm trying to say is whatever you get, if it's not what you wanted or it's not what you need, then there is always a plan B, a plan C, and even a plan D. I don't think there's a plan F. I don't think anyone's got that far down the alphabet. There is never one way, like one pathway you can only go. Like, there are so many ways to get to where you want to be. So don't stress. You can do it. And if you're in year 10, I wish you all luck. So yeah, that is 11 things I learnt / passed on to you guys through year 11. See you till next time.
Let's go!
Hashtag not missing school, totally not wearing my Leavers jumper. I have no clue what I'm going to upload next. It's probably going to be something about my hair, because I am donating my hair on the 20th of August yes, I'm donating my hair 3 days before my results day. So I'm gonna be twice as nervous because I've got a new look with my new grades. Why did I just whip? I don't know. I'm actually I'm really wondering what the hell I'm gonna get in science because I didn't like it at all. I hate lawnmowers.